Have you ever woken up feeling just off? Not sick enough to call in, but certainly not vibrant. Maybe a persistent dull ache? A slight brain fog that makes simple tasks feel like climbing a mountain? Or that nagging fatigue that no amount of coffee seems to conquer? You push through, telling yourself it's just one of those days, or I didn't sleep well. But then one of those days starts to string together, becoming one of those weeks, or even one of those months. You might find yourself reaching for over-the-counter remedies, hoping for a quick fix, just to get back to feeling normal. It's a common experience, isn't it? This subtle decline in well-being, often dismissed as simply a part of modern life or aging, yet it subtly chips away at your energy and enthusiasm. We all deserve to feel our best, to wake up with genuine energy and clarity, not just to survive the day. Think about your daily routine. Do you find yourself dragging your feet more often than not? Perhaps that afternoon slump hits harder, making you crave sugary snacks or another cup of coffee just to keep going. Maybe indigestion has become a frequent visitor after meals, or you experience occasional stiffness in your joints that wasn't there before. These aren't necessarily illnesses in the dramatic sense, but they are certainly signals from your body, gentle nudges telling you something isn't quite balanced. We often ignore these signals, attributing them to stress, a busy schedule, or simply getting older. But what if these seemingly minor issues are actually connected, part of a larger picture that's silently impacting your overall health and vitality? It's a question worth pondering, especially when these little annoyances start to add up. It's easy to fall into a pattern of dismissing these subtle signs. We live in a fast-paced world where pushing through is often celebrated. We might tell ourselves it's just stress, or that we're not eating perfectly, or that everyone feels a bit tired sometimes. So, we pop an antacid, grab another energy drink, or try to sleep an extra hour, hoping it will all just go away. But how often does it truly go away? More often, these small discomforts linger, sometimes escalating, sometimes just becoming a new normal that we grudgingly accept. This cycle of minor discomfort, dismissal, and temporary relief prevents us from truly addressing the root cause, leaving us perpetually feeling just a step behind where we truly want to be in terms of our health. What if these seemingly disparate issues, the fatigue, the digestive upset, the general feeling of being off, are all symptoms of a more fundamental imbalance within your body? Imagine your body as a finely tuned machine. When one part isn't working optimally, it can create a ripple effect, impacting other systems. We're often quick to focus on isolated symptoms, treating them individually, rather than looking at the bigger picture of how everything is interconnected. Could there be a common thread, a foundational element that, when out of sync, contributes to a wide array of these bothersome complaints? This isn't about looking for a magic bullet, but rather understanding the subtle yet profound mechanisms that keep our bodies in harmony, or push them out of it. In our quest for better health, we often gravitate towards complex solutions. We read about the latest superfoods, experiment with intricate diet plans, invest in expensive supplements, or explore cutting-edge therapies. There's nothing inherently wrong with seeking knowledge and trying new things, of course. But sometimes, in our pursuit of the advanced and the novel, we overlook something incredibly basic, something so simple and fundamental that it might seem too good to be true. We tend to believe that profound health benefits must come from equally profound and often costly interventions. What if the answer to some of these nagging health issues has been sitting right under our noses, perhaps even in our pantry, all along? For generations, people have relied on simple, time-honored remedies for everyday ailments. Many of these have been passed down through families, valued for their accessibility and effectiveness, even if their exact scientific mechanisms weren't fully understood at the time. Yet, in our modern era, we've often cast aside these humble solutions in favor of more sophisticated, commercially marketed products. We've become accustomed to believing that anything truly beneficial for health must be packaged elaborately, endorsed by celebrities, or available only through specialized channels. This shift has led us to overlook the power contained within common household items, substances that have a surprisingly significant role to play in supporting our body's natural balance and healing capabilities. It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? As a doctor, I've spent years observing these patterns. People struggling with persistent, often subtle health issues, endlessly searching for relief, and frequently overlooking simple foundational principles. I've also seen the incredible power of demystifying health information, making it accessible and actionable for everyone. That's why I'm here today, talking to you, my online community. I believe it's time to shed light on something truly remarkable, something that has been quietly supporting well-being for centuries, yet remains largely misunderstood and underestimated in its profound impact. It's not a new discovery, nor is it a complicated pharmaceutical. Instead, it's an everyday item, perhaps one you already have in your kitchen or medicine cabinet, waiting to be rediscovered. We're going to embark on a journey together, exploring the profound, yet often misunderstood, healing power of a substance that many of us take for granted. You might know it for its culinary uses, or perhaps for cleaning around the house. You might have even used it for a minor ailment here and there. But I want to show you that its true impact on various health issues goes far beyond what most people realize. It's a cornerstone of natural balance within the body, a silent workhorse that can assist in ways you might never have imagined. This isn't about replacing conventional medicine, but about empowering you with knowledge of a simple tool that can significantly complement your overall health strategy. My goal isn't just to tell you about this substance, but to demystify its true impact. We'll dive into why this simple household item is far more significant for your well-being than you've probably ever been told. We'll explore the science behind its actions, but in a way that's easy to understand, without getting lost in jargon or overly technical details. Think of this as a conversation between friends, where I, as your trusted doctor, share insights that can genuinely make a difference in how you feel every day. It's about empowering you to take a more active, informed role in your own health journey, using accessible and effective strategies. By the end of our time together, you'll not only understand the incredible potential of this humble ingredient, but, crucially, you'll also know exactly how to use it safely and effectively. We'll cover practical applications, common pitfalls to avoid, and how to integrate it thoughtfully into your health routine. This isn't about fads or quick fixes. It's about understanding a fundamental principle of well-being and harnessing a simple, natural resource. Get ready to look at something you thought you knew in a completely new light. Are you ready to discover the surprising truth about this everyday item and unlock its potential for a healthier, more balanced you? Our bodies are incredibly complex, yet they strive for a delicate balance in everything they do. Think of it like a perfectly orchestrated symphony, where every instrument needs to be in tune for the music to sound right. One crucial aspect of this internal harmony is something called pH balance. Without getting too technical, pH simply measures how acidic or alkaline something is. Our blood, for instance, needs to maintain a very narrow, slightly alkaline pH range to function optimally. When this balance is thrown off, even slightly, it can have a ripple effect throughout your entire system, impacting everything from your energy levels to your digestion. It's a fundamental principle of health, often overlooked, but profoundly important for our daily well-being and long-term vitality. Unfortunately, in our modern world, maintaining this vital pH balance has become a significant challenge. Our bodies are constantly working to neutralize acids produced by metabolism, stress, and the foods we eat. Imagine a tiny internal battle going on all the time, trying to keep everything in check. When the acidic load becomes too heavy, or our body's natural buffering systems are overwhelmed, that delicate balance starts to tip. This isn't about being acidic in a dramatic, dangerous way, but rather a subtle, chronic shift that can gradually wear down your system. It's like trying to keep a boat afloat with a slow leak. Eventually, without intervention, the water will build up, making it harder to stay above the surface. This subtle shift towards acidity is often the silent culprit behind many of those vague, persistent symptoms we talked about earlier. That nagging fatigue, the brain fog, the occasional indigestion, they can all be signals that your body is working harder than it should be to maintain its internal equilibrium. When your system is constantly battling an acidic environment, it diverts energy and resources away from other crucial functions, like repair, detoxification, and even immune response. It's like your internal battery is constantly running a little low, making it difficult to feel truly energized and vibrant. Understanding this foundational concept is the first step towards truly addressing these issues at their root, rather than just masking the symptoms. To put it simply, our bodies thrive in a slightly alkaline state. Think of it as the optimal environment for your cells to communicate, for enzymes to do their job, and for nutrients to be properly absorbed. When the environment becomes too acidic, it can create a less hospitable place for these vital processes. This doesn't mean you need to measure your body's pH with strips every day, but rather to recognize that lifestyle choices heavily influence this internal environment. It's about creating conditions where your body can flourish naturally, reducing the burden on its internal regulatory systems. This understanding shifts our focus from just treating symptoms to supporting the fundamental health of every cell. When your body struggles to maintain its optimal pH, it often has to borrow minerals from your bones and tissues to neutralize excess acid. This is a natural emergency response, but if it happens consistently over time, it can contribute to a weakening of these structures. Moreover, an overly acidic internal environment can make it harder for your cells to get the oxygen they need, and it can even create a breeding ground for unwanted microorganisms. It's a cascade effect, where one imbalance can trigger several others, leading to a feeling of overall systemic stress. This is why addressing this fundamental balance is not just about feeling better today, but about safeguarding your health for the long run. So the problem isn't a dramatic illness you can easily diagnose with a blood test in its early stages. Instead, it's a chronic, low-grade internal stressor that gradually erodes your vitality. It's the persistent, dull ache, the feeling of not being quite right, the struggle to maintain energy throughout the day. These are not just signs of aging or stress. They are often whispers from your body, telling you that its internal chemistry is out of sync. Ignoring these whispers allows the imbalance to deepen, potentially leading to more pronounced and bothersome health challenges down the line. Our goal is to listen to these signals and understand what they are truly trying to tell us about our body's needs. Let's look at some numbers that reflect just how widespread these issues truly are. Did you know that over 60 million Americans experience heartburn at least once a month, with many suffering daily? Or that chronic fatigue affects millions, often without a clear medical diagnosis? These aren't isolated incidents. Studies show that a significant portion of the population reports persistent digestive discomfort, generalized aches, and a pervasive lack of energy, often attributing it to stress or getting older. While stress and age play a role, these statistics hint at a deeper, underlying systemic issue that is far more prevalent than we often acknowledge, impacting daily life for an alarming number of people. Consider this. Research indicates that the average modern diet, rich in processed foods, sugars, and certain animal products, tends to be highly acid-forming. Coupled with high stress levels and environmental toxins, it's no wonder our bodies are struggling. Surveys reveal that nearly 70% of adults experience digestive issues at least weekly, while a staggering 1 in 5 adults report chronic pain. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They represent a significant burden on individual well-being and public health. We're seeing an epidemic of subtle discomforts that, when viewed collectively, paint a picture of a population whose internal systems are constantly under siege, desperately trying to reestablish a healthy balance. The economic impact of these widespread, often unaddressed, health issues is also substantial. Think about the countless doctor visits for vague symptoms, the over-the-counter medications purchased for indigestion or pain, and the lost productivity due to fatigue and brain fog. Billions of dollars are spent annually on remedies that often only mask symptoms, rather than addressing the root cause. This cycle of temporary relief perpetuates the problem, as individuals continue to struggle with their underlying imbalance. It's a testament to how deeply these subtle shifts in our internal environment affect not just our personal health, but also the broader societal landscape of health and wellness. Even more striking, studies suggest that many people simply accept these feelings of being off as normal. They don't report them to their doctors because they don't consider them serious enough, or they've been told, it's just stress. This creates a hidden epidemic of low-grade discomfort and reduced vitality. It's estimated that a large percentage of individuals who report feeling unwell but don't have a specific diagnosis could be experiencing the effects of systemic imbalance. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about recognizing that these widespread, seemingly minor issues are connected, and they are signals that our bodies are asking for support in maintaining their fundamental balance. So what happens if we continue to ignore these persistent whispers from our bodies? If we keep pushing through and dismissing the subtle signs of internal imbalance? The risks are significant, extending far beyond just feeling a bit tired or having occasional heartburn. Over time, a chronic acidic internal environment can contribute to systemic inflammation, which is now recognized as a root cause for many chronic diseases. It's like a slow burn inside your body, gradually damaging tissues and cells. This isn't about immediate danger, but rather the cumulative effect of a body constantly working harder than it should, eventually leading to more serious health challenges. Ignoring these early warning signs can lead to a progression of symptoms. What starts as occasional indigestion might become chronic reflux. What feels like general fatigue could evolve into debilitating exhaustion. The body, in its attempt to cope with persistent imbalance, can start to break down in various ways. This can manifest as weakened bones, compromised immune function, or even difficulties with metabolic processes. It's a slippery slope where minor issues can snowball into more significant problems, requiring more complex and invasive interventions down the road. Addressing the imbalance early is a proactive step towards preventing these more serious outcomes. Perhaps one of the most concerning long-term risks of chronic internal imbalance is its link to inflammation. When your body is constantly in a state of trying to neutralize excess acid, it can trigger inflammatory responses. This low-grade systemic inflammation isn't like the acute inflammation you get from an injury. It's a silent, persistent fire that can damage cells and tissues throughout your body. Research increasingly points to chronic inflammation as a major contributor to conditions like heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers, and autoimmune disorders. It's a powerful reminder that seemingly minor internal shifts can have profound and serious consequences over time. Beyond inflammation, a prolonged acidic internal environment can impair the function of vital organs. Your kidneys, for example, work tirelessly to filter waste and maintain pH balance. When they are constantly overwhelmed by an acidic load, their efficiency can decline. Similarly, the health of your gut, which is crucial for nutrient absorption and immune function, can be compromised. This can lead to a vicious cycle, where poor gut health further exacerbates nutrient deficiencies and inflammation. Every system in your body is interconnected, and when one part is under strain due to imbalance, the others invariably feel the effects, leading to a decline in overall systemic health. The impact isn't just physical, it extends to your mental and emotional well-being too. Chronic fatigue, brain fog, and persistent discomfort can significantly diminish your quality of life. It makes it harder to focus at work, enjoy time with loved ones, or pursue hobbies. You might find yourself feeling more irritable, anxious, or even depressed, as your body struggles to cope with the internal stressor. This isn't just about feeling off anymore. It's about losing your zest for life and feeling trapped in a cycle of malaise. Recognizing this connection is crucial for understanding the full scope of how internal balance influences our entire existence. Finally, there's the risk of falling into a cycle of simply managing symptoms with medication without ever addressing the root cause. Antacids for heartburn, pain relievers for aches, stimulants for fatigue, these can offer temporary relief, but they don't solve the underlying problem of internal imbalance. In some cases, these medications can even exacerbate the issue over time, creating new imbalances. This approach keeps you on a treadmill of symptom management, never truly addressing the underlying issue. It's a road that promises relief, but often delivers only a temporary reprieve, leaving you perpetually chasing symptoms without ever achieving genuine, lasting wellness. This is precisely why understanding and addressing the fundamental balance within your body is not just beneficial, but absolutely critical for breaking free from this cycle and reclaiming your vitality. We deserve more than just managing discomfort. We deserve to thrive, and often, the path to that thriving state is simpler than we imagine. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay on that treadmill. There are practical, accessible steps you can take right now to support your body's natural balance and begin to reverse these subtle shifts. This isn't about expensive treatments or complicated regimens. It's about empowering your body with what it needs to restore its own harmony. We've talked about the importance of pH balance, and now it's time to reveal a truly simple, yet incredibly powerful tool that can help you gently nudge your system back into that optimal, slightly alkaline state. This isn't a cure-all, but a fundamental support that can make a profound difference when integrated thoughtfully into your routine. So, what is this humble yet powerful solution? It's something you likely have in your kitchen right now. Sodium bicarbonate, commonly known as baking soda. For generations, people have used it for various ailments, and modern science is increasingly recognizing its remarkable ability to act as a natural buffer, helping to neutralize excess acidity in the body. When dissolved in water and consumed in appropriate amounts, it can help support your body's intricate systems in maintaining that vital pH balance. This isn't about dramatically altering your body's chemistry, but rather providing gentle, consistent support to its natural regulatory mechanisms, making it easier for your body to function at its best. Imagine giving your body a helping hand, reducing the constant burden it faces in neutralizing acids from diet, stress, and metabolism. That's precisely what sodium bicarbonate can do. It doesn't just mask symptoms. It works at a foundational level to address one of the root causes of many common complaints. By helping to restore a more alkaline internal environment, it can contribute to reducing inflammation, supporting digestive comfort, and even boosting overall energy levels. It's about creating an internal landscape where your cells can thrive, where nutrients are absorbed more efficiently, and where your body's natural healing processes can operate without constant interference from an acidic overload. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity. We're not talking about complex compounds or pharmaceutical interventions, but a basic mineral that has been a staple in homes for centuries. Incorporating a small, carefully measured amount of sodium bicarbonate into your daily routine can be a game changer for many of those persistent, vague symptoms we discussed. Think of it as a daily tune-up for your internal engine, helping everything run smoother and more efficiently. It's about taking proactive steps to support your health, rather than waiting for problems to escalate before seeking solutions. This is an accessible and empowering way to take charge of your well-being. Now, how do you actually use this simple substance safely and effectively? A common approach involves dissolving a small amount, typically half a teaspoon, in a glass of water, and consuming it once or twice a day, usually on an empty stomach. This allows it to be absorbed efficiently and begin its work of buffering acidity. However, it's crucial to listen to your body and start with a smaller dose to see how you respond. Remember, this isn't about taking large quantities, but rather providing consistent, gentle support. The key is thoughtful, mindful integration, not aggressive intervention. This simple practice can become a foundational pillar in your pursuit of better health. While sodium bicarbonate is generally safe, it's incredibly important to approach its use responsibly. Always choose food-grade baking soda free from aluminum and never exceed recommended dosages. If you have any pre-existing medical conditions, such as high blood pressure, kidney disease, or are on any medications, it is absolutely essential to consult with your doctor before incorporating sodium bicarbonate into your routine. This isn't a substitute for professional medical advice or treatment. Think of it as a powerful complementary tool, best used under guidance, to support your body's natural capabilities and enhance your overall health strategy. Your safety and well-being are always paramount. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, with a clear mind and genuine energy, ready to embrace the day without that nagging fatigue or digestive discomfort. Imagine your body feeling more resilient, less prone to those subtle aches and pains that have become your unwelcome companions. This isn't an unattainable dream. It's a very real possibility when you empower your body to maintain its fundamental balance. By understanding the profound impact of something as simple as sodium bicarbonate and using it wisely, you can unlock a new level of vitality and well-being that you might have thought was out of reach. This journey we've taken together, exploring the subtle whispers of your body and the powerful simplicity of a household item, is about more than just a single solution. It's about shifting your perspective, recognizing that true health often lies in foundational principles rather than complex remedies. It's about giving your body the support it needs to thrive, not just survive. You have the power to make a real difference in how you feel every single day, to reclaim your energy, your clarity, and your zest for life. Don't underestimate the profound impact of simple, consistent actions. So I urge you, don't let those subtle signs of imbalance become your new normal. Take this knowledge, discuss it with your trusted healthcare provider, and consider integrating this humble yet mighty tool into your health routine. It's time to stop just managing symptoms and start building a foundation for lasting wellness. You deserve to feel your best, to live with vibrant energy and clarity. The path to a more balanced, more vital you might just be simpler than you ever imagined, waiting right there in your pantry. Start today and rediscover the incredible feeling of truly thriving.